Right, ready for part two. The bowls have been dried. I lost one of the small ones in the kiln. It cracked rather badly, too badly to carry on with it. So I've got 5 out of the 6 originals, and of course the main bowl itself. So let's get them back on the lathe, get them back into a round shape and see what we can do with them. Right, the first of the bowls on a jam chuck, reverse chucked. Using a pull cut here to start getting the bowl round. They do warp a lot, even a bowl this small when it's drying off. So I've got to get it back to round, and I'm also trying to put a final shape, or starting to work on the final shape of the outside of the bowl. Personally, I prefer a push cut. I find that gives a cleaner finish, but with a small bowl like this, I find it difficult with a tailstock to get it in there and get the bottom curved right. So now I'm going to push cut, finish it up to the rim. It does leave a much better finish than a pull cut does. Well, the way I do it, which is probably completely wrong, but definitely the push cut's a better finish for me. Some of you might have noticed I've suddenly learned how to do voiceovers. I'll try not to bore you. I mean, admittedly, I haven't shut up yet. Again here, I'm trying to get it back to round. I'm using a push cut down to near the tenon. I said push is my favourite way. Even after taking quite a lot of the wood away, you'll see here that it's still quite a long way from round. The darker patches that look like dirt is what's left over from the warping. Right, measuring time. This is actually the second or third bowl that I've been working on. As you can see, it's not quite round. I'm going to use the calipers to see how far off it is. Don't want it to be quite the same diameter yet, because obviously I've got to cut more away to get it completely to round. Okay, take 27 of trying to record. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe. I don't want it to sound like I'm begging, but it is nice to know that people are enjoying the videos. And if you've got a comment, you know where to leave it. One of these days I burn my fingers. Right, so I'm matching it up to make sure the shape of one bowl is pretty much the same as the other. I mean, wouldn't be much of a set if they're all different shapes. And it looks like we're just about there. Alright, I have one of them the other way now, in on the tenon in the chuck. First task that I like to do is get the edge smooth. Obviously when it warps in drying, it's not just it goes out one way and in the other, but the top turns into a bit of a boat shape. So make that smooth, and then I can start hollowing it out, getting the shape on the inside to match as much as possible the outside, and keep the wall thickness as even as possible. So off we go. Actually, we've already gone, haven't we? I'm recording this and watching it, and I know it's already gone. Down to the standing. I don't often record it because I've obviously got the air compressor going. I've got the air filtration system going, sucking the dust away. So it's a little noisy, but sometimes I have to do more sanding than others. But these bowls were pretty clean from the gouge. Well, 5 bowls done. 4 of them are pretty similar. The one of them was a little short, and I didn't want to cut the rest down to the same height. So I've got 4 in the set really. Putting some walnut oil finish on now. I'll give them 2 or 3 coats of this at least. I love the way that the walnut grain pops. I do like leaving that sapwood in there. A lot of people don't like to see the black walnut with the sapwood, but I absolutely love the contrast between the much lighter sapwood and the dark heartwood. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Put some comments in below just after you subscribe, hopefully, please. Not begging at all. Want to try and get to 200 subscribers by the end of this month. Would be nice. And there they are. Don't they look gorgeous when they're shiny? Right, on to the main event. I got the salad bowl back on the lathe. It's reverse chucked. It's about 13 by 5, I think. Unfortunately, I can't measure it because I haven't got it anymore. But and I didn't measure it then, which is pretty stupid. First task, I thought, I've got the big tenon on it from the bigger chuck drawers. I decided to take it down to the smaller chuck drawers so I could put more of a round on the bottom. It wasn't too big to put on the smaller chuck drawers. But here we go. Hope you enjoy. On to the inside. Getting a little step closer to getting the whole set finished. Just got to get the inside round. get it shaped the same as the outside, and then finish the whole thing off. Get some walnut oil on this one, and Bob's your uncle. I have a salad set, or a salad bowl set. It's always nice when the wood grain helps to make you look better than you really are. And this bowl, well, the wood in this bowl is certainly starting to look really, really good. Right, so I've reversed the bowl once again, and I've just taken the tenon off. I'll turn it, it's been held on by the tailstock and then a jam chuck. I'll turn the tenon down to a small nub in the centre, and then I'm going to go, make the base a little concave with a very thin part of the wood actually touching the table, so it makes sure it's steady and you don't have to worry about the bottom being completely flat and then turning it unlevel. So, almost there. So just using a parting gouge now, and taking the little nub that I've made, making it slightly smaller, then I can knock it off with a chisel, and it'll be all over, finished. Well, apart from sanding the bottom. What could possibly go wrong? well, apart from that, good job I'm not using the actual recording, because there was a few choice words. I'm not totally sure what happened, even in slow motion. I'm not sure if the little nub had made it too small and that broke, or there were cracks in this bowl. Maybe a part gave way, unbalancing it, which obviously, well, you can see what happened. But even going slowly, it's not completely clear what happened. As for the bowl itself, well, here it is. Paul, do you still want to buy it? I haven't found all of it yet. It did look really good, even in pieces. Well, as I said, I haven't found all of them yet. I know where one is, and I'm leaving it there. It's there, stuck in the wall between the ceiling and the end top of the wall. But the thickness is good. It's consistent.